Hey everybody, so this is my first Teaching to a Riot vlog. I was going to create a story, like a story sequence, but I decided that I wanted to do this, make it a little bit longer than what a story could be. So I decided to just go ahead, record it like this, and put it on YouTube. Today I want to talk about my day because it was pretty chaotic, and the whole point of this is for seasoned teachers or new teachers to understand that it doesn't matter how long you're in the field or how much of an expert you feel like you are, or you are, because us teachers that have been in the field for a decade, we consider ourselves an expert in specific things of the classroom, as we should. It takes 10 years to develop an expertise. But we all have days that are chaotic and that we struggle. And for us to hear that from each other is very powerful. So I'm going to talk to you about the day that I had. It really was the whole day. It was a specific class. And how I'm going to rectify the situation tomorrow. And the fact that the class was directly after my evaluation, which the evaluation went fine. It wasn't my best because it was with a very, very tough class. The class, it didn't get chaotic, it didn't get violent or aggressive. There was just a lot of anxiety because there was a new person in the room. It was Monday. So this class that I had my evaluation for is one of the most difficult classes that I have. But even then, it all ended up fine, and the kids ended up doing what they needed to do, and all was good with the world. After my evaluation class, I had a class that is pretty mellow. However, they require a lot of extrinsic prompting and systems in place to keep them regulated. So they don't get a lot of experience with self-regulating and self-correcting. The classroom has a lot of adult oversight, which that's how the teacher runs their classroom. So I mean, awesome, because they do a great job. But when their students get to a different environment that doesn't have as much external correcting, the kids get very dysregulated and escalate. And that's exactly what happened to me today, to the point where I could not reel them back in. I have not had a class that I could not reel back in a very, very long time. So it threw me. Like, I felt like I was a brand new teacher again. Which is the point of this video, because we all are there one point or another. Sometime during the year, we all feel like a brand new teacher. So the difference between noobs, I love you guys, and teachers who have been in the field for a while is how we deal with it afterwards. If I was a new teacher and I would have experienced this, I feel like I would have been way more emotional and felt like everything was out of my control. But I know that I can rectify this situation, and I will have that class. I don't want to say back in line, but I will have that class being working together, doing what I want them to do in a way that's safe, respectful, responsible. I will get them there. And how I'm going to do that is tomorrow I have my lunch at 12, and I'm going to take that class during their recess from 12:10 to probably 12:30. And we are going to do a whole group discussion about how today went. And I'm going to set explicit expectations for how this conversation should go. Because that class needs a lot of external prompting, it needs a lot of structure. I mean, it goes beyond structure. It needs almost like an authoritarian style of teaching, which I don't like and I'm not good at, which is kind of why I'm struggling here. But it's going to be a level 0 voice, so I am going to require that students raise their hand during this discussion. I am setting the expectation that if the whole class cannot get through this, the questions that I have, then they are going to continue the discussion for the next day, which means that they would miss their recess. So this is a style of consequence that I don't like to use, but because I'm working with another person's system, there has to be balance. And I feel like this is the best way to go about that balance. I'm relying on a communal activity. I'm relying on a general understanding and a respect for each other. We're going to build that respect and that sense of community through that discussion. So that is what I'm going to put in place during lunch, during our discussion tomorrow. And I'll have everything very explicit. I'll have my expectations, I'll have the questions, I'll have when they know that we're done with the discussion, it will all be displayed. Answer any questions, level 0 voice, raised hand. 20 minutes, that's all the time that we've got. On top of that, I'm going to work on meeting their need for autonomy, because what happens is when I give them this free reign, like this freedom, they don't know how to handle it. They are pent up. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotions. So I'm going to start giving them controlled bits of autonomy, and then stepping back, like reining my not observation, but I'm gonna rein my control back and give them a little bit more control each time. So I'm meeting the need of autonomy. I'm meeting the need for community and belonging with this discussion. And I'm building their competency through teaching them the skill set that I'm teaching them. I will let you know how it goes with another YouTube video. And I just want to reiterate the fact that it doesn't matter how long you're in the profession, we all have days like this. So, right on.